Hi, I'm Chef Ted Pryor, Executive Chef Michael Jordan's, Grand Central Station, New York City. Today we're going to talk about how to choose the perfect steak. And what we have here today is what we call the cowboy or the bone-in ribeye. It's not so much the cut that we're going to talk about, it's just how you choose, how you find a good piece of meat, how you can decipher what a good piece of meat is. And that's what we're going to talk about. And here you can really see it. And this is why I chose this piece. I could have chosen anything. It's the marbleization in the cut. The ribeye is a particularly marbled piece of meat. It has a lot of fat. When we say marble, we're really saying fat. And fat often means tenderness and flavor. Ribeye is going to have an awful lot of marble in it. And you can see that all through the outside and even large pieces in the middle. This we're going to do very simply today. Salt and pepper, seasoned well, nice hot fire. Keep it medium rare, is the way I like it. And it should be delicious. Again, it's a big piece of meat. It can handle a fair amount of seasoning. In steakhouses, especially Michael Jordan's, we're not shy to season. You know, we like a nice crust on it. So you can see this is a lot of coarse ground pepper. We grind it ourselves. We don't buy it ground. You can see there's big pieces in there. That's okay. And this is kosher sea salt. A good crust of that. And you're really going to do both sides almost the same. I know it seems like a lot, but it's a thick piece of meat, so you really need some seasoning on it. Or else it'll be not bland, but it won't have that real special steakhouse kind of texture is what we look for. This is blended olive oil. You don't want to use pure olive oil. It smokes too much, and it can give a bit of a funny taste. Rub it in there, massage it in a little bit. Get the oil on both sides. You want to season up to 20 minutes or half an hour before is fine. Don't season too early. It could dry out the steak. You really just season it right before you go. You can see it's a nice crust on there, and it should cook up very well. There's a beautiful piece of meat. Again, this is the bone-in ribeye, which is basically the prime rib that's been sliced. But what we're looking for is the marbleization that you really see in the middle there. A fabulous piece of meat. So we're going to cook it over here in high heat. It is a very good piece of metal to cook steak on, but if you don't have it, you don't worry about it. You can do this outside on your grill. You can do it on charcoal. You can do it on a big wood fire. You can do it inside on a good broiler, if you have a good broiler in your oven, or if you have a good stainless steel pot, will work very well. And let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, that is a nice piece of meat. And you can see how we got the nice browning all the way around. And you can see the pan is absolutely smoking hot. Now when you go to your butcher and you ask for prime rib, you can ask for prime rib on the bone, and what they'll do is they'll take the prime rib, which is the large piece of meat, and they'll slice it right down for you. And then you'll end up with what they call a cowboy or a prime rib on the bone. All right, we should be good on both sides here. You can see, beautiful color. You can see the sides is still rare in the middle. Just how we want it. Sear it up a little bit. Fire off. So what we have here is a perfectly seared, perfectly seasoned cowboy or bone-in ribeye. And I really can't stress this enough. We cooked it for about 2 minutes aside and 4 or 5 minutes in the oven. And then we take it out and we rest it. You really need to rest meat. The general rule is you rest it about half the time you cooked it. So if we cook this 12 minutes on the fire or in the oven, you want to rest it 5-6 minutes. And it's important to get a nice fluid color when you cut it, a nice even color all the way through, and it'll keep the juices from running out when you cut into steak. You want to give the juices the time to come back in and kind of circulate all throughout the meat, and then you get a nice even color. So resting when you're cooking a steak. And you'll see here we should have a nice, beautiful color. Medium rare all the way through. That's what we're looking for. Nice sear on the outside. I mean, look at that. Doesn't get more beautiful than that. You don't need any sauce, especially at a steakhouse. We just eat it as is. And you can see, as we were talking about the marbleization, you can see that there's still a lot of juice and a lot of flavor left in there. It's not dry. It's going to cut beautifully, and it'll be succulent, and it'll make a fabulous, fabulous dinner. So here we have it. Perfect ribeye. I'm Chef Ted Pryor, Michael Jordan Steakhouse, Grand Central Station, New York City.